Hello everybody. So today we are going to take a look at how to write a Band 9 essay. And today I'm going to show you how to write a Band 9 essay live. I'm going to do this as the video is being made. So you can see I don't have a full screen on, I've just got the PowerPoint set up. So I've copied a question and I've briefly looked at the first line. So I don't really know exactly what the question says. So I'm going to show you how I think about this question to make a Band 9 essay. Now, I've got the Band 7 descriptors here because a lot of people go for Band 7. They're the same things, it's just you do the Band 9, you do them better, but the essay will be Band 9. Okay, so let's take a look. Some people think that teenagers should follow older people's rules. Okay, now the first thing I always do is just make that separate. So that's one thing that's going on here. Others think that it's natural for them to challenge what older people say. Separate. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Hurrah. Very clear. Very... I don't want to jinx myself and say easy, but we have one view, we have a second view. Those are the two views, and then I give my opinion. So I'm going to organize this like this. Follow older people's rules. So if I'm on a paper, I would do that. And challenge. Now, I only need the word challenge to remind myself what the question is about following rules, right? So, introduction, okay, fine. Side 1 is going to be older rules, let's just call it. And this is going to be challenge. And then I'm going to say follow. And the conclusion is going to repeat those. So no problem. Easy to structure the essay. So let's just take a look at what I've done based on the band descriptors. Addresses all parts of the task. Presents a clear position. Sorry, let me move my microphone. Presents a clear position throughout the response. So throughout means all, and the response means the whole essay. Clear position, this means point of view. And, I'm sorry, I'm doing two things at once here. Presents a clear position. So here we have a position. Older rules are better. Challenging is better. Following or challenging, same thing, is better. So we have a clear position, no problem. Throughout the response, okay, so for the whole essay, we know what our paragraphs are going to argue. The introduction is just going to say these are the three things we're going to do. So that's very clear for everybody who's reading. They know what's going to come. We give it to them. At the end, we say these are the main ideas. Address all parts of the task. Excuse me. Addresses all parts of the task. Okay, so this is the whole task. And this is what the task is asking me to do. So by making this little plan, and you should do this on your exam on a piece of paper like I always tell you, I know I'm doing all parts of the task. So I can get a 7. So each of these dots is a point you need to do. So here we have all parts of the task, got a 7. Good. So just with the planning, we know we've got a 7 on this. We know we got a 7 on this. And now it says presents, extends, and supports main ideas, but there may be a tendency to overgeneralize or support. So presents, that we're going to present them here. Extends, we're going to extend them here. And supports, so we need to give examples and reasons. But look at, we have a but here, but there may be a tendency to overgeneralize. Okay, so that means not clear examples. There are examples that aren't specific. And or may lack focus. Okay, so we need to focus and we need to be specific. So we're going to do that in the paragraphs later. So no problem. This organization, like this, helps us be specific. Because we can, in this paragraph, we can just focus on older rules, older people's rules. Here we can focus on challenging those rules. Now, there's only 250 words. It's really, really short. When you go to university, you're doing 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 more thousand words. So this introduction, I always make it around 30 words and 2 sentences. And I've got videos on this as well, so go have a look for more details. But really, the reason I've only got 2 sentences and 30 words is because I need those extra words out of the 250 in here to do this. Do you see how that works? So you plan it, you address all parts of the task, you present a clear position throughout the response, but if you don't extend and support with specific focus, then you lose marks and you go below 7, which is what happens with a lot of students. So a longer introduction, I mean, if we take a look at this, if you do 3 to 4 sentences that are like complex sentences, you're talking about 50 plus words. Then what happens to here? How many words do you have? 50? And then what? 50 or 60 maybe? And 60? So we got 100, 220, and we got 30 words here. Oh, you only have 50 words or 55 words, whatever it is, to explain this in extending, supporting, specific, and focusing. You have to do all of these things in that short space. But if we knock off 20 words off of this, because look, there's no marks here for a long introduction. No marks at all for a long introduction. So I'm not worried about anything in the introduction except saying, here's the topic, and I'll show you this in a minute. Here's the topic, here's what we'll do, that's it. That's all. So what happens is this becomes 70. Now I have more breathing room to do what I'm asked to do. Okay, makes sense? All right. So we go like 70, 70, 140, 72. Does that work out? 70, 70, 140, 72. Yeah. So this can be a little bit shorter as well. So we squeeze the top and the bottom in order to get more words in here. Okay. So the other thing that's going on when we're making this plan is the coherence and cohesion. So logically organizes information and ideas. Okay, so far we haven't even started writing, but we know we are organized. So good, we got a 7 there. There's a clear progression throughout. Okay, progression happens throughout the essay. So from one to the next, but it also happens within the paragraphs. And the more space we have to explain our ideas, the more progression we'll have. So these two work together. See that progression and this? They work together. And the more space you have and the more you do this explaining and extending, the higher your mark. If you don't do these things, if these are too short, your mark drops. Okay, super clear? And this isn't like my teaching method. This is what Cambridge asks you to do and demands that examiners follow. They must follow this. Okay? So the game is in the IELTS is to do what you're being asked to do here. Now, uses a range of cohesive devices appropriately. All of them may be, okay, so this is cohesive devices like however, therefore, next, whatever it is. So just putting those ideas together. And presents a clear central topic within each paragraph. Well, we've done that already, haven't we? So we got a 7. We got a 7. We're going to get a 7 on that. We got a 7 on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4 points already. We got a 7 on this. We know we can do. That's easy. And this progression is connected to just explaining what's going on here. Okay? So already from the plan, we know we can write an essay that gets a 7. No problem. All right. Here we have vocabulary, and here we have grammar. I won't go into it too much now because we've already done quite a bit. I'll focus on this on another video for you. But let's just, because this is where a lot of students fall down. Like a lot of students I see make this mistake. Okay. The other part of this addresses all parts of the task means you understood the question and you answered the question and not something else. And I'll do another video on that. Okay, because I see a lot of student essays that don't do that. So let's get on to writing the essay. So we have our structure and we have the structure, yep. So we have that fine, we don't need that. Introduction, we can start writing our introduction now. Get this out of the way. Now, I have to remember, and I'll highlight, we have older people's rules. And again, I'm going to, throughout the video and while I'm writing this, I'm going to be checking the question. The question is, right in front of me all the time. I write the intro, I check. I write the paragraph, I check. Because if you miss, remember this all addresses all parts of the task. If you miss something, your mark drops from 7 down. If you do it all extremely well, it goes up. So challenge what other people say. There we go. All right, so introduction is going to talk about the topic first of all, and then it's going to talk about the thesis, which addresses the task. And that's our plan, okay? So here we go. What's going on in this situation? Following people's rules. Okay, I think teenagers generally enjoy exploring the world and pushing boundaries. Okay, so this is just a general truth about this situation, which introduces the topic of boundaries and exploring and teenagers. Yeah, teenagers, right? So we could actually change teenagers to young people. Right. So discuss both using European. Okay, so this is going to be linked to the thesis. So let's say this essay will, and we have discuss, so we're going to say examine, should. Okay, so we have the word should here, follow. Let's say reasons, think ahead, right? Reasons why teenagers should follow older people's rules and reasons why they shouldn't. Okay, so that's fine. As of examine, reasons why teenagers should follow their elders' rules and why they shouldn't. Okay, should not. So, why they should not. Okay, so the reason I have this follow here, I don't have to repeat it here. So they should follow their elders' rules and why they should not. We'll examine reasons why teenagers should not and why they should not. So I've just gone from the why here. So reasons why they should not, and suggest that not following guidelines is important. Okay, so we've used guidelines instead of rules. So I'm paraphrasing, right? I'm paraphrasing the question. It's not even a question, this is just a statement. This is the instruction, there's no question. So you don't have to paraphrase any of this, but you do need to use different words, synonyms. Okay, so there's the introduction. Good. Now, double check. Discuss both views. 1, 2. Should and should not. Fine. And suggest. So suggest is going to be my opinion. Give your opinion. Yep, good. Doing all of that. And those are the two. Again, I would just circle them or separate them. Good. Okay, we're on track. We know what we're doing. Let's go for paragraph 1. So again, questions beside me here. Let's get rid of that. Notice I have the band descriptors open on all of these. Again, we're going to check that we're doing all this. And this is going to be key here. Remember the progression and this. So let's go for it. So let me get rid of this. All right. So this one is going to be follow older people's rules. All right. So, sorry for the clicking. Older people generally have wisdom and knowledge from their years of experience. Young people can benefit by listening to them. Okay, let's move this up. We're going to need some space. Let's just do a simple for example. A young person might want to retaliate Retaliate when someone wrongs them. However, now you notice I decided to use however here because it's going to be a compound sentence. You can see my videos on that. However, what's wrong with that? Retaliating. So retaliating means fight back when someone does something wrong to them. However, this often leads to trouble. Right. If, and this is a conditional sentence, if a young person were to consult an elder, comma, and this is just subject for a job, a young person were to consult an elder, the elder would be able to explain why the action looks right, but is in fact harmful and unnecessary. Okay, so how many words have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to wrap it up. So you see how there's so little space to actually do what they're saying here. Extends and supports. So here's the main idea. This matches following older people's rules because they can benefit. That's the key word there. And here's how they can benefit. Okay, so we have presented, we've extended, and we've supported the main ideas. Is it too general? No, it's a specific example. Is it focused? Yes, it's focused on exactly what this point in the question is. Okay, so now we're going to put as a result, and then we're just going to kind of repeat this. Older people have much to teach younger people. No, actually I don't like that. As a result, younger people can benefit from working with older people. Okay, good. And just double check. Yep, we've done this, we've done that. Cohesive devices. Okay, so we used, for example, a range of, so it can't just be one. Let's use however. So if, however, and we used as a result. Okay, so we've got 3 of them. This is for the whole essay. We've got 3 of them in this paragraph, so we're good. All right, let's get rid of this and take a look at paragraph 2, which means challenge. Okay, now the fun part, we get to challenge. So we've got side 2. All right. Innovation is going to be my reason. Innovation always comes from breaking rules. Teenagers often have a new way of looking at things, and this can lead to positive developments. A good example of this is the contributions. I'm thinking of Tesla, Nikola Tesla. Let me see. Some people think that challenge what they say. Okay, we want to make sure we focus on this idea of challenge what they say. So let's start with when. So instead of for example, we want to make sure we use these cohesive devices, right? Let's have a think about this. It's good. It's okay when you're writing to stop and have a think about what you're doing, because you want to make sure you need to have these in your head. You need to memorize these on the exam. I have them in front of me during practice. if you practice enough with these in front of your face, you're going to remember them on the exam. A lot of people, like so many students, go and do the exam, don't even know these, don't even look at them, and then go, why did I get a 6? I write well. Why did I only get a 6.5? I write well. The reason why is you're not following these, and these are the rules. So don't worry about it if you have to stop for a minute like I'm doing and have a think. All right, so challenge would, so we need to mention this part, what older people say. So let's start this example with what older people say. An elder says that there is one way to do things. And again, this is matching up with this. One way to do things. It is because of their experience. Comma there. This is a complex sentence, so we'll get our range of sentence structures. Now we're going to use however. The experience. I don't want to use experience. The particular situation that the teen is in might require something different. For example, if an elder says, I need an example for this now. Let's see. What would an elder tell you to do? It says not to trust anyone. Then the teen might lose opportunities. But if they, now here is if is a complex part of a sentence, and we're making the whole thing complex compound by putting comma but if the teen opens up, they can make new friends or business acquaintances. Sometimes teens do business, right? Acquaintances, my spelling is very bad. Okay. In sum, so we want to summarize. This is again a cohesive device. In sum, taking challenging. We want to reflect this, right? Challenging, breaking old rules can be positive. Okay, fine, good. So we talked about this. Clearly, good. We're using a range of cohesive devices. There's progression throughout. Clear central topic, which is in that second sentence. All parts of the task, clear position. Extend supports. Okay, so we extended and supported. Fine. Good. All right, so you see how that's going? Same thing. All we need now is another. I usually, when I do discuss and give your opinion essay, I usually make it that third paragraph shorter, because by this time, the examiner knows how you write. The examiner knows you've addressed all of these points, and it's, there's nothing new. He knows what you can do. He pretty much knows, he or she knows what your mark's going to be. So let's give it another reason why we want to challenge what older people say. I think older people say what? Older people can become fixed in their views on race. Ooh, big topic. Okay. I'm thinking of Japan and China at the moment. So these views can lead to closed-minded bigotry. There you go. There's a big word for you for your vocabulary. This is often the case when we look at China and Japan. Both sides have an elder generation which may look down on the other race. However, if a younger person can break these boundaries, and the reason I'm using boundaries is if you go back to the introduction, we said that we should break boundaries, right? So we should use this word in there. We're going to break these boundaries. Friendships can be made, and the continuation of hatred can be stopped. All in all, breaking boundaries at the right time can be helpful. Okay, fine. It's a bit shorter, but it does the job. It's okay. Now, let's take a look at the conclusion. This is another essay. Sorry about that. Let's get this. Pop it there. So now we're just going to repeat what we've said. So we remember, we know very clearly, right? We have following elders. So elders, older people, senior citizens can offer a great deal of life wisdom. However, sometimes these ideas are stunted and unhelpful. So, in sum, it is useful for teens to break down boundaries, to push boundaries, go beyond these ideas. Fine, good, okay. There you go. That's me writing an essay from beginning to end. Hadn't seen the question really. And let's just take a look quickly and see. So we know we're super clear. We've done all of this. Let's just check and see how we did with this. So the vocabulary is good, less common lexical items, some collocation, yep. Few errors. I didn't spell a couple of words right. Complex structures, yes. Could be a bit better there, I think, but fine, good enough. Error-free sentences, yes. Good control of grammar. You'll see in my other videos, I always teach you to write clear, short, simple sentences. Complex structures, yes, but not too complicated. Complex and complicated are different things. So this is enough, just with the sentences I've done, for you to get at very least a 7. Very least. Okay. So thank you for watching. Comment below with your essay or questions. Like the video, subscribe for more in the series, and hit the notification bell. Notification bell. Now, the other thing that you need is you need someone to, like you can see, this is what I've done. But what you need to know in your essay is, have you gone off track? Have you done what they've asked you to do? So the only real way to do that is by having an essay checking service done. So I do this off of my website, essay checking, and I'll tell you how you're doing on that. I also have an IELTS course where I have lots and lots of vocabulary. I've got lots of essay examples. These are all exclusive, non-YouTube material. And also with that, I give you unlimited essay checking. Okay, so if you sign up for the course, you can send me as many essays as you want, and I will show you, based on these band descriptors, what mark you're getting on those essays and how to improve them. So you'll have my full support, and you will get your mark. Okay, so you will get your mark. My students always get their mark. Okay. So I've been teaching for 20 years. I have a Trinity diploma in TESOL and a degree from the University of Cambridge. My students are always successful. You will be successful too, and thank you very much for watching.